Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Late Night Stories with Sudentai Gamers. This is actually going to be my first time trying this. I'm not going to do this live. I'm going to do this over some footage that my friend, that you guys should know by now, Dugan, graciously allowed me to use. He scores 79, or gets 79 kills in this game, and I decided this would be perfect time to just throw some footage on here, talk over it, and probably be able to get you guys some better content. We'll also put some music down under it so you guys have just a little bit more entertainment. You know, that's what we're about here. Also, we're recording in 720p this time around, so it's better. The top right corner, you may see a little bit of a bar up there that was for music for the live stream. It got messed up, but I promise you guys next time it won't be there. Otherwise, let's get started. So, what this story is about really is something that happened actually during the stream. If you guys want to go check it out, you probably could in my my highlights. This happened on, I believe, Saturday night. My friend and I were... No, it happened... Yeah, it did happen on Friday night. Me and my friend, we were just streaming, playing video games, doing our thing. You know, taking turns on Black Ops, playing, and probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, him and I were getting hungry. So the story at this point is like how we're gonna get food, you know. There was no food in my house that we were really feeling like eating. We were feeling snackish, obviously, and a little bit adventurous, to be fair. So we were just looking for something to eat. We didn't have any drinks left either, so we were just kind of getting pretty bored sitting in here with nothing to eat or drink. So then afterwards, at about 2 to 2:30, I believe it was, we started thinking, let's see if anybody is open for ordering right now. You know, we're starving, we're bored, we're not, you know, there's nothing we can possibly do. Let's see if anybody will bring us some food. And I actually knew somebody from Subway who was willing to maybe bring us some food, possibly, if that were the case. Now, this person does not know, you know, did not know where I lived previously. They did not know anything about my, you know, my whereabouts or what I was doing. But it was about 4 o'clock in the morning by this time, and I said, "Hey, you know, I'll pay you over the phone for your for 2 Subway sandwiches, meatball marineros, because you guys know the meatball marineros are probably the best sandwiches at Subway." And I told him I'd give him a little bit of gas money as well. He thought it was a good idea. He didn't even try and, like, make a fit about it. He just said, alright, no problem. And, you know, we were sitting there saying, you're the real MVP, awesome, thank you. We were freaking out. We didn't know if it was, like, legit, if he was actually going to come, but it was about 4 o'clock in the morning by the time, like, we finally got a hold of them. We called, like, 100 places before, and none of them would deliver, so, you know, after we said yes, I offered him like 20 bucks gas money to drop us off, and you know, it was okay. So we were chilling there, being happy and everything. I went down to go check my wallet, opened up my wallet. Turns out I don't have $20 gas money. In fact, I don't have any cash on me. So I was starting to freak out a little bit, and my friend was like, "Oh God, now he's gonna be expecting $20, and we don't even have any." So me and him, for like the next 25 minutes or so, we were traveling the entire house trying to look for some money, like coins, dollar bills, whatever, just scrapping it all together. We found a little bag to throw it in. It was probably like a 2-pound bag by the end of it, with just everything in it: pennies, quarters, dimes, dollar bills, different things. Probably like only $7 worth. It was nothing, but we were able to go and find some money there. And the person was supposed to call us when they got out. Apparently they said about 4:15 a.m. they would get out and deliver it. And keep in mind, I live in a gated community, so it wouldn't just be them driving up to my house. It would be them getting to the gate through me. And the idiot I am, you know, being the idiot I am, I gave him my address to come to my house rather than the neighbors or anything. So about 4:15, we're like, well, he hasn't called us yet. He said he'd get off by 4:15. I think we should start walking down there. And my friend was like, all right, fine, no big deal. So we got out of the house, started walking. You know, just throw on some hoodies or whatever. It's an extremely safe neighborhood, so I wasn't worried about it. And you know, we were just walking, doing our thing, waiting at the front, and a car pulls up. One that looks suspicious enough to be the person that was delivering his food. Now, before we left, my friend sprayed cologne in my room for no apparent reason. Like, I still don't know the reason now, but he did. And I was like, you know what? My mom is, if she wakes up and sees that we're gone and smells the cologne, you know, she's going to put 2 and 2 together. And for you guys who don't know what 2 and 2 together means, basically possibly thinking that we were, smoking weed or whatever. When that was not the case, we were just playing games. So one of the people in our stream was like begging us not to go. He said it was like the worst idea. He was like, "Oh, don't go. It's you're gonna get yourself in trouble. You're gonna get yourself hurt. Whatever." He was just freaking out. And I said, no problem. And we were walking down there, and the suspicious car pulls up, and we thought they were gonna stop. Again, he never called me to verify that he was leaving or anything like that. He just pulled up to the front and started talking to the gate. And me and my friend were slowly walking up to make sure that was the person before we just act like creeps. But it was too late. The person who was delivering the food already asked if they could come in the gate, and the front lady said, "Sure, let me call your address to make sure that you actually belong." So she calls the house at 4:45, 5 in the morning. And I was yelling at her, I'm like, hang up the phone, my mom's gonna wake up and she's gonna be pissed. Now, my mom wouldn't get pissed about something like this, but she would get pissed about somebody waking her up at 5 in the morning for something stupid like that. And so I'm just freaking out, saying stop, and the lady's just like not even paying attention. As I walk up, the person gives us the sandwich, I give them the money, and they're looking at the money like stupid because it was like 2 pounds worth of coins. But they drive off, that's nothing of their concern anymore. The sandwiches, although, real MVP, shout out to Subway, shout out to you. You got off the clock, brought us our sandwiches, and they were still warm. They were brand new. It looks like you even made them after you guys closed. So, that was awesome. Thank you so much for that. But, I'm asking the lady to hang up because my mom's sleeping, and she does not care at all. And, my mom waking up, she's still kind of sleepy. And she hears on the phone, "Hey, we've got a delivery for you for food, 5 in the morning." And my mom's like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, Subway. First of all, Subway doesn't deliver. And second of all, why would they be delivering at 5 in the morning?" So my mom's starting to freak out. She goes in my room to make sure we're there. We're not there. And she smells the cologne like I thought she would. So she gets in her car and drives her ass down to the front of the gate, freaking out. We're walking back with our sandwiches because we told the lady everything was fine. She said, "All right." But she was being mean about it. She was like, "Well, now you guys are in trouble by your mom." And I was like, give me a break. I can do really whatever I want to do. So we're walking back, and we're like, well, my mom hasn't called me. Maybe she just doesn't care, or I don't know. Sure enough, my mom is driving 30 miles an hour down, a 25, which isn't bad, but it's a noticeable difference at 5 in the morning if you can see. And she slams on her brakes, and she's opening up the car door. She doesn't even roll down the window, opens up the car door and says, "Get in, what are you doing?" Yelling at us, really, really yelling at us, and we're freaking out because we were just trying to get our sandwiches. So we get inside the car, and we're doing our thing, and she's taking us home, and just yelling at us, saying, "You're crazy, I don't know what the heck you thought you were doing, blah blah blah," just freaking out. And we're still shocked that some person just gave us Subway sandwiches, for no good reason. It was $5-6 worth of gas money, and they just brought us Subway sandwiches, and that was awesome to me. And that was I was pretty surprised, I'm not gonna lie. But my mom was freaking out. She thought it was a horrible idea, and I thought she was gonna take my sandwiches away. She's like, "You're grounded, you're never doing anything again," because she was just mad that it was so early in the morning. If it was regular time, she wouldn't have cared, but it was just so early in the morning. So she gets in. We're sitting down at the stream, just I'm kind of staring down at the floor because I was like, my life's over, I'm screwed. My mom is yelling like crazy, "What are you doing? Are you quit? Blah blah blah." And everybody on the stream can hear, and they're kind of all they're scared to say anything or do anything. They're just kind of being quiet, trying to mind their own business because they don't want to bring up the obvious fact, the elephant in the room, that I just got yelled at like crazy. And then somebody brings up, "Are you okay?" And me and my friend are just we're laughing, but we're sad laughing. And he's like, my mom was like, "In the morning you got to go take him home." Well, my friend's like, you know, it's morning, you better go take me home. And it was 5 in the morning, about 20 minutes after she dropped us off. And I'm like, dude, I am not taking you home this early in the morning. My mom would be pissed. So, sure enough, we eat our sandwiches, only get about halfway through. I wasn't even that hungry. I don't know why we ended up buying them. It was kind of a waste of money, but no big deal. We put our sandwiches away and everything, do our thing, put them in the fridge, and all of a sudden we were just so much more tired when we got home than when we left. For some reason, something happened in between them. I think we just like calmed down a little bit, and we just got super tired, like heavy eye tired. When before we were not tired at all. We were just happy to go get our sandwiches. But sure enough, we say, you know what, we're going to bed. I'll have my mom wake us up in the morning, and I'll take you home. And my mom was like, or he was like, this is not a good idea. I just want to be taken home now. And I was like, dude, nobody's gonna take you out of here at 5 in the morning. And my mom was just like, was freaking out. Like, you could hear you yelling and slamming stuff from across the room. But it was hilarious because we knew it was only because she was tired and not because it was an actual issue, because we didn't do anything. So, you know, we went to sleep. Ended up sleeping till like 11 in the afternoon, and I woke up. And the first thing I do is just go check my videos and my YouTube like normally. He turns around, like just looks me dead in my eyes and says, dude, is your mom awake? And I'm like, I don't know. So the two of us went out there. We saw my mom laying on her bed, or like upright on her bed. So she was like looking at her phone or whatever. And the two, him and I, we're kind of freaking out. We're like, we better just not say or do anything. And we're trying to tiptoe to the kitchen. And I think my mom saw me, so I just walked in, and I was like, hey, do you want me to clarify everything? And she was like, yeah. Turns out, like I said, she wasn't mad at all. She thought it was stupid. It was just one of those things. Imagine if you ordered Subway at 5 in the morning. First of all, Subway isn't supposed to be, like, open at 5 in the morning. Like, I mean, unless you guys have someone around your house who has a Subway. But it's usually not supposed to be open 5 in the morning. Secondly, Subway doesn't deliver. So my mom right then thought, that was crazy. That was, how in the world does that even happen? Third of all, us being gone in a sprayed cologne made it seem like something absolutely ridiculous. Like, you put those two and two together, and wow, it seemed like such a crazy story, such a bad thing. I'm just trying to make her realize what happened, and she was like, you know what, it's fine, it's good. But the fact that we ended up getting Subway at 5 in the morning from somebody, and I didn't even have to drive, I didn't even have to go anywhere. That's crazy. That's one of the few stories that I can ever say was, totally random, because it seems so far-fetched. But these are the kind of stories I have all the time. Like I'm always bringing you guys these crazy stories. I also have a lot of crazy stories, that I haven't talked about, that if you guys want to know certain points in my life or things like that, I can be happy to tell you guys. This story is definitely going to be around for a while, and I have plenty more coming. Also, this gameplay was a 79 kill gameplay, by the way, if I didn't already say so. That's pretty sweet. If you guys really like this and enjoy this, please let me know. I'll continue making these. And if Subway ever wants to deliver to your house, please always use caution. Don't do it at 5 in the morning, because someone is going to get mad. Without further ado, thank you everybody for watching. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, trying to pump some more out. It's been a while since I uploaded, and I'm extremely sorry about that. But if you guys watch through the entire video, just say, stay classy. Leave it down in the comments below. Thank you everyone so much, and as always, stay classy, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.